Hello, UNIT3 students. Welcome to remote learning for Teacher Training College through radio lessons produced by Rwanda Education Board with support from UNICEF in collaboration with other education partners. My name is Teacher Emma, and I'll be taking you through this lesson, which is in the foundations of education. And today we have a very interesting lesson. We are going to be looking at UNIT3, and that is about community and parental involvement in education. Are you ready? It's going to be fun. Wonderful. So my friends, before we go very far, I want to remind you, get everything. When I say get everything, get your pen, make sure you are near the radio, and get your notebook. The objectives of the lesson we have. 1, we are going to be discussing the importance of parental involvement in the education of their children. We are also going to see or explore various ways we can promote parental involvement in education. Are you ready? Perfect. Now, my friends, before we go very far, I want us to begin with this quote and listen carefully. Please pay attention to what I'm going to be reading. This is a quote from Jane D. Hall, and this was a former governor of Arizona State in the United States. She said, I quote, "At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is positive involvement of parents." Let me repeat this. And this is a quote from Jane D. Hall, a former governor of Arizona State in the United States. She said, and I quote, "At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is positive involvement of parents." Now, my friends, what do we mean? What is the meaning of this quote? What does this mean to you, our dear Year 3 students? And by the way, I want also to welcome Year 1 and Year 2 students, wherever you are. Please join us, because this is very important and it cuts across. And every teacher must really know that parents are critical stakeholders in the education of the children that we teach. And I'm also calling upon our dear beloved tutors to be near us. Come and learn with us in this lesson. And please support our students with questions that they have in regards to this lesson. And my dear students, take as much notes as you can. Very good. Now, what Jen is suggesting is that parental involvement in a child's education is indispensable. As teachers, we cannot achieve learning outcomes alone. We can do it with parental support. This is very important. And I want us really to take note of that. Are we together, my dear friends? Parents and families play an important role in supporting their children's education. Let me repeat. Parents and families play an important role. They play a very important role in supporting their children's education. Research has shown that when schools and families work together, children do better. They stay in school longer and they are more engaged with their schoolwork. And they also go to school more regularly. They behave better and they have better social skills. And remember, my friends, children are also social beings. So when there is a relationship between the school and the parents' community, at the end of the day, we are going to see wonders in the children's education. Now, this underlines a very important responsibility of parents in children's learning and development, which, as teachers, we cannot facilitate alone. Now, my dear friends, in order for us to really understand this, I'm giving you a scenario. And I want you to listen to this scenario. Okay? Now, are you ready? Very good. Mutoni's parents attend parents' meetings at her school. They know Mutoni's teachers by name, and they always communicate to check in with the teachers on how Muton is learning. Mutoni's parents know what support they are expected to give Muton to support her studies. Muton attends school regularly. She is always happy with her teachers and parents. She behaves well at school and at home. She is attentive and active in class activities. She does her homework and excels in all the tasks. And she's progressing well from one class to another, which makes her parents and teachers happy. Now, I want us to briefly reflect on this scenario. Why do you think Mutoni's behavior, participation, and academic performance are good? Why do you think that our friend Muton, her behavior, participation, social skills, and academic performance are good? What do you think is making her to excel? You have a few seconds to brainstorm and think. I want you to think. Good. Because her parents are actively involved in her learning. In fact, Mutoni's parents are doing exactly what Jane Hall suggested, that at the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of parents. Because, remember, Mutoni's parents or Mutoni's teachers cannot do it alone. My dear friends, now before we go very far, I want us to stand up for our warm-up. Are you ready? I told you, you must have a lot of warm-ups in your toolbox because children love singing, dancing, and warm-ups helps them to relax. Are you ready? Very good. So we are going to be singing a short song that we all know. So we are going to be going together. And I will start and then you follow me. Or we go together after. It says, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, nod your head. If you are happy and you know, nod your head. If you are happy and you know, and you really want to show. If you are happy and you know, nod your head. If you are happy and you know, do that too. If you are happy and you know, do that too. If you are happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you are happy and you know, do that too. Are we ready? It's your turn now. 1, go. Put a smile on your face, please, as you sing. I'm listening. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, my dear student teachers, as I mentioned that this is a very important topic, and we want to see what are the benefits of parental involvement in the learning of our children. And without even going very far, let us use Mutoni's case. We do find that the benefits of her parental involvement are the following. First of all, Mutoni's parents are regularly in touch with her school and teachers. That's very important. As soon you graduate to become teachers, you must acknowledge and appreciate that parents are important stakeholders that we must always keep at hand. Muton, because of that, Muton attends school daily. Muton is well behaved at home and at school. Muton gets support she needs from both her parents and teachers because both parties regularly communicate. And that is very, very important. So Muton is going to be succeeding in her studies because she has support from school or from the teachers, but also she has got support from the parents. So it is very, very important that we must always make sure that we have our parents at the back of us, supporting us. Because when you work closely with parents, they will help you to ensure that the homework that is given, then children do it at home. And it is also very important in terms of a child's discipline. Because if a child knows that my parent is a friend to my teacher, that child will not misbehave in class. So that is also very important, that parental involvement as well helps in improving the discipline of children at school. So Mutoni's overall attitude is positive because she feels supported by both her teachers and her parents. Muton is also achieving good grades because she has got support of both teachers and her parents. So my friends, teachers to be, this is something that is very, very important. As teachers, as we teach children, we must make an effort, first of all, to know the parents of the children that we teach and be able to regularly discuss the academic progress of their children. And in doing so, you'll be calling upon their support at home. Now, my friends, so the big question that we have is, how can we as educators promote parental involvement in education? Can you think of some of the ways we can be able to support the promotion of parents being part and parcel of the day-to-day learning of their children? The answer is yes. Of course we can. And how do we do that? First of all, by working with school administrators and school general assembly committees to organize parent-teacher activities where teachers and parents get to know each other. Remember, as a teacher, we do child study. And why do we do child study? Because first of all, we need to get a deep understanding of the child that we teach. And by doing so, we get to know the parents. Very good. Another way we can promote this culture, one, is also to organize class days at school and invite parents to come and visit their children at school to understand how they are studying. And this is very, very important, because when they come to school, let us always encourage them not only to stop in the compound or to the head teacher's office. Invite them to the classroom. When they come to the classroom and they see how their children study, it helps them to understand the type of support they are expected to be giving at home. And when they come to school, always encourage them to speak to our children. Children love to hear from visitors. Whenever they come, always ask them to take a minute and also talk to children. That is also very important in terms of promoting discipline within the classroom. Also, we can as well promote parental involvement by asking parents to reinforce good habits or good study habits at home by designating study spaces and solidifying reading and other school routines. Let me repeat this. We can as well promote parental involvement to reinforce good study habits at home, whereby they get to help us to identify a study place, but also emphasize on reading and also other school routines. So in the beginning of the school year, as teachers, we can suggest parents to create space at home that is quiet and has few distractions so that children can focus more easily. Are we together, friends? Remember, we are looking at different ways educators can promote parental involvement in the education of the children. Now, another thing that we can do, once we create a relationship with parents, this helps in setting expectations with our parents that you are looking to establish a partnership with a regular two-way communication. Parents usually do not know what teachers expect to hear back because we don't engage them. Are we together, my friends? So, they will only do that unless teachers tell them. So at the beginning of the year, inform parents what communication you would like to be receiving from them and how or when you are going to be responding. Now, when this happens, you have already created a relationship. So, parents will have an obligation to be able to communicate to you the same way you'll be communicating to them regarding the studying of their children. Now, my dear friend, we are also supposed to be encouraging parents to set expectations for their children in a home that will translate into success in the classroom. Are we together, my friends? If parents begin setting expectations for their children at home, for example, through making lists of home chores and rewarding children for completing those activities, the children will become used to having expectation set of them and feels accountable. It is very important to talk about aspirations, dreams, and setting high expectations for the effort and the journey ahead. Are we together, my friends? This is something that is very, very important. So, this one helps. And the moment our children are used to knowing that there are expectations, that I'm being expected of doing this by the end of this time. Now, that helps that even when they come to class, that will translate into improved performance of children in class. So, our role as teachers, or our role as you who is going to be a teacher tomorrow, it is to help parents see what their children are learning in the classroom on the day-to-day basis using that communication channel that you have created. In some places, you can even create a communication notebook. In some schools, they do it, whereby that communication journal, a child takes it home every day, and the teacher writes information that he or she wants parents to learn about. And again, that very book, the parent uses it to write to the teacher or to communicate to the teacher about the progress of their children at home. So this is something that is very important, my friends. So, I want you to remember the time your dad, your mom, your guardian came at school. How did you feel? Of course, you and I always felt good. You felt happy to see mom at school. And also knowing that your mom knows your teacher and your teacher knows your parent. So this is something that is very important, my friends, that as we teach, sometimes we encounter challenges in class because there are certain responsibilities that we don't fulfill as teachers. Teaching goes beyond the classroom. We must make sure that we have parents on our side, and when we do that, automatically our students are going to improve their academic performance. Are we together, my friends? Are we there? Very good. Remember, work without play makes John a dull boy. Stand up, everyone. Stand up, students. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Very good. Yes. Are we ready? Perfect. Let us warm up. Let us warm up. Let us energize ourselves. Okay? So, you remember last time I taught you, shake, shake the mango tree. It's a very beautiful rhyme that I love. Are you ready? Okay, since I told it to you last time, now let us go together. And I want you to hold your waist. Remember? Mangoes grow on a mango tree. So hold your waist. Your waist is going to be the mango tree, and we are going to shake the mangoes, and we want to see mangoes falling down. Are you ready? Very good. Shake, shake the mango tree. Shake, shake the mango tree. Mango yellow, mango green. One for you and one for me. Shake, shake the mango tree. Are you ready? One more time. We're going to be a little faster now. Shake, shake the mango tree. Shake, shake the mango tree. Mango yellow, mango green. One for you and one for me. Shake, shake the mango tree. Perfect. I hope your mangoes have fallen down. Very good. Sit down. Now, my friends, as we come to the conclusion of our lesson today, I want us to consider the following key points. Involvement of parents in their children's education influences attitude of students or learners at school. Students whose parents are actively involved in their learning are always present in the classroom, are always on time in class, they have good relationship with others. And remember, I said at the beginning that our children are also social beings. So, and where do children learn to live with one another? First of all, it's at home. So we need to support our parents to know that at home, it's another school. That is actually the first school in a child's life. So, students or learners whose parents are actively involved in their learning, they like school and do not experience dropout. Did you get that? Very good. So, involvement of parents in education influences academic performance of learners. Learners whose parents are actively involved in their learning, they always succeed very well academically with high marks and achieved learning outcomes. They understand well what they learn. They do not repeat classes. They are always promoted to the next class or to the next level of education. And they manifest competences learned in their studies. In other words, they put to use whatever knowledge and skills that they acquire. So, my friends, involvement of parents in education influences social, personal, and emotional development. I'm going to repeat this because this is very important. I said, involvement of parents in the education influences social, personal, and emotional development of children. So, students or learners, they develop self-esteem. Students or learners develop self-confidence. Students or learners develop love for one another. So, my friends, as we end this lesson, I want you to do this task. Think of ways you can involve parents in the learning of their children and write them in your notebook. Let me repeat your homework. I want you to think of so many other ways you can involve parents in the learning of their children, and I want you to note them down in your notebook. My dear friends, as we conclude, ensure always to stay in touch with your students' parents because they are key for your successful teaching and learning of their children. Our lesson has come to an end. Student teachers, thank you very much for your participation. This lesson has been developed by Rwanda Education Board, of course, with support from UNICEF, Help a Child, Right to Play, Inspire, Educate, and Empower Rwanda. Thank you so much. Until next time, goodbye.